So currently, you may feel protective. Um, you may feel like a community or a person or group of people. Um, it seems like a Page of Pentacles energy. So this could be classmates, students, school, but you're guarding a divine gift from the realms that you've been gifted with. So maybe you've recently found a ring or a special coin or any type of physical object, but you feel the spiritual energy from it. This is what this is showing, that you're guarding it. So I would watch your possessions at this point, at this particular time in your life, because it does seems like you have some opposing energies, and this could be metaphorical as well too. It doesn't have to be a physical item, but with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like that it is something like in your physical reality that um, you're guarding or could be trying to oppose you. So at this time, you have rest. You've been called to rest as well and rejuvenate because you feel like you're being, with the temperance coming up, you feel like you're being blocked from enlightenment on, or this is your goal. You know, this is like the potential of where you want to be, whatever divine gift that you've been given with the Ace of Pentacles. Previously you felt um like your star power hasn't been shown, or you may have felt separate or distant from your starseed family, if you like to stuff like that, or your galactic home, or you never like truly felt connected with your own uniqueness. But to tell you, like, what you have coming for you is, happiness, almost like a genie out of the bottle for whatever divine gift that that's been bestowed upon you. So the heavens, the gods, whatever you give offerings to or pray to, they definitely gave you a gift, and um, actually that's something that's in the physical for you, and they're telling you that this, whatever this is, any type of divination tool, it could be like a pendulum. I'm getting pendulum, or a coin, or a feather, or something that can make you connect better with your spiritual side. Um, so you're being at the moment surrounded by what I see are greedy people, or this in essence could represent you as well, because you're being surrounded by greedy people, or people that are trying to stop you from reaching your enlightenment, or stop you from finding your inner star power. Picking that up heavily until you have the soothe the genie and let the genie out of the bottle. So you in your future, you do come within yourself fully, and you find this good balance between physical and spiritual. Just at the time right now, you may feel that you have to hide or hoard your spiritual gifts. You feel like people don't care anyway, so who matters? I'm just gonna keep my knowledge and my gifts to myself right now, which isn't a bad thing, but um, I'm seeing in the spread that you definitely have been given this gift from the gods, and it's okay to share them. Everything that you say. Oh yeah, with the temperance coming up with that Sagittarius energies. Sagittarius can be, very into philosophy, spiritual, and almost like a priestlyhood, and wanting to share your advice, and almost getting, I don't want to say like offended, but when people don't listen to the advice that you give, you feel, a little bad about yourself. It's nothing to say that it's wrong with you or that it's bad advice. It's just that they're the person wasn't in the right state to receive the advice, or they already know the advice, or they just simply are not hearing. Their their minds cut off to any external stuff right now. So don't feel bad if someone that you've given advice and you can see it clear as day, but sometimes when we're in the box, we don't quite see that outside perspective when we're kind of caught up in the shit. So don't feel bad if someone doesn't take your advice or anything like that, and feel like you have to hoard your gifts or hoard your prophecy, um, because you definitely have gifts of prophecy, and you do have certain gifts to see things how other people don't see them. So your surroundings, I see a lot of people who are not connected with their the high priestess coming up in reverse. So people who are psychically cut off, which we're all contained some a little bit of psychic energy as human beings. We pick up on thoughts and feelings and emotions, but what you're being surrounded by is a bunch of people who are very hard as stone, very rigid. There isn't much flow. It isn't getting a chance for you to flow right now for wherever you're at. And this this guy right here, he's on a beach right now. He's soothing a genie out of a bottle. So water could be very significant to you, and you may feel like you're kind of cut off from your intuition or feelings at this moment, or the people around you are kind of cut off or blocked off, because we do have the Page of Pentacles, which is it's rigid, it's earth, it doesn't move, it's not malleable. That is crossing you. So I guess the best way I can put it is like think of like a room, or a family, and one kid is the Pisces, and the other siblings could be the exact opposite in a room full of Aries, something like that. So they feel like their water is being burnt up, or it's because Aries has passion too, and so does each element has passion, but you feel like you're surrounded by people who are cut off from their emotions and watery side at this moment, and it's kind of stopping you from accepting your divine gifts and being acknowledged. For some reason, being acknowledged is coming up heavy. But it's okay if people don't acknowledge, your gifts or talents. It's not for acknowledgement. It's for whatever particular place that you're in at the time. Um, just to be you and to be yourself. So, hopes and fears on the Magician reverse. So, this could be a fear of not being recognized or something like that for your talents or your gifts. If we're more in that space of having fear of not being recognized, then I think we need to take a step back and realize the journey, and the journey of accumulating the skill and getting really good at it, whether it turns out good or bad or doesn't turn out at all. It's the process of it. It's the journey to the one piece, not actually finding the one piece itself. You don't want to know all the answers. So this Magician in reverse for your hopes and fears, you hope to be acknowledged, which acknowledgement is good, and it lets you know that you are getting better at your craft. But at the end of the day, it isn't about anyone's acknowledgement or someone's telling you, giving you the green light. It's about, it's something that you choose to do every day, and something that is your frequency that you plot up with, is something that you choose regardless of how it happens or when it happens. If that, or even if it happens, it's something that brings you joy and fulfillment. If it brings you fulfillment, we don't need acknowledgement. Yes, acknowledgement is nice while you're on the path, but you're not going to get fulfilled by other people over something that you personally have a liking to and something that you're drawn to. And from the looks of it, it seems like it's some type of divination, or some type of counseling advice or higher perspective that you want to bring light to or shed to. Yeah, and we all like acknowledgement over something we've been working on. Trust me, I've been there before. In fine arts, when I was going to school, I wanted to be acknowledged by my art professor, like, oh yeah, I'm doing good. but I kind of lost sight of why I even started drawing or painting or got into artistry in the first place. It was something that fulfilled me, and I didn't look so much to my peers for that validation. Yeah, so you're being called to just kind of work on that as well. And this is just all the human conditions. All humans go through this, wanting to be acknowledged for their work, or wanting to be acknowledged for some type of hard work or advice or perspective. So don't feel like you're set apart or anything from the pack. I just call it growing pains for you. But there's a bright future for you where you're at balance, you're at peace with your spiritual gifts, and people take that advice or they don't take that advice. It won't affect you personally. Yeah, so it won't be an effect personally to where you go into this shell, into this coffin of you know of distress, and why aren't they listening? Why can't they see it like this? Why can't they see it like that? Because they aren't meant to see it like that at the time. All right, so any last messages for you? And to get this message across, why are we? Oh, we took a lot of them out, so we're gonna take all of them. Let's take all of them. So we have Judgment, the Hangman, the Hierophant, Nine of Swords reverse, the World, Three of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Wow, these are a lot of cards. I'm just gonna sit these right here. With Judgment, this is the first card that came out for like the ultimate thing. It's gonna be leading into a rebirth in your perspective on other people and how they take your intuitive gifts, and you won't let so much of their surroundings affect your mood and how you approach life and how you go about spreading your leadership. So we do have show you these three: Judgment, Hangman, and Hierophant. It's you coming more into your leadership energies without, I should say, beating, what's it called, beating the horse, beating a dead horse. So you won't be beating a dead horse so much anymore. You're going to more so teach by acting in your actions, not so much words. Your rebirth is going to show people the way to their peace and their enlightenment and their spirituality, not so much of you telling them how this is or giving them advice with the physical words. You're going to actually do the action, and this is going to bring a lot of people out of misery and sorrow. That's what I'm seeing with the Nine of Swords reverse. It's a card of saying that time heals all. Sometimes we have to put everything on hold and healed so we can just kind of go deep in. And then we have the World as well. So whatever you're rebirthing, or this perspective change, or this epiphany that you're having, it's going to give people inspiration and motivation to get out of their dark times with the Nine of Swords by watching you. So they can complete their cycle. And then we have the Three of Cups. This is collaboration with those that you help. So you definitely do have a heavy counselor energy, a very leaderish energy, a person that can give sound and wise advice. Just at the moment, you know, and we did have the Queen of Swords. So but the Queen of Swords reversed. So logical, cutthroat, and you're not going to give a damn if the person wants to take your advice or doesn't take your advice. You're going to be at peace with yourself and how you present the advice. And if they don't take it, fine. If they take it, fine. There's not going to be these highs and these lows if people don't follow or take heed to your doctrine, because you do have good stuff to say, and you can lead people out of their dark night of the soul is what it feels like. And people are very grateful for you for that with the Three of Cups, because we need more people like you. We live in a society where it's not okay to show too much emotions. It's frowned upon if you show too much emotions, if you smile too much, if you laugh, or if you cry. We live in a society where it's almost deemed unprofessional. But these are all natural, human states, to be sad, to be lonely, to be depressed. Not, I'm not depressed, but to have your ups and your downs, but not to have it in the public eye. In a public eye, it's frowned upon. And you're kind of changing that perspective with this new rebirth and perspective on spirituality, and you're helping people complete cycles. So, like, that's really awesome. And you're not, you're taking this Queen of Swords energy reverse, where you would probably, take a mental hit where you see things so clearly. Now things are, kind of reversed to where, yeah, you see things clearly. Yeah, you want to help, but you can't help those who can't be saved. So that's what that Queen of Swords is popping out to me. You're not gonna take such a mental hit from people who don't take your advice and things like that. But you're definitely on the path to, I should say, deep spiritual enlightenment and being able to share that with others and keeping a balance with yourself on the thing. So we also have, let's see, yeah, seven of pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So you're working towards this. Um, we still have, you've collected a lot and you learned a lot, and you also, had this divine gift that was given to you. Yeah, so be on the lookout. You may have like a lucky coin or a lucky feather or something like that. That spirit's definitely gonna give you or have already given you, and you're just working towards that, towards your delivery. And delivery is a big thing on how you present things and deliver ideas to people, because people may not always accept your hindsight, should I say. They want to go on their own hindsight. So that is all I have for you today on that message. I guess I'm gonna name this one like Genie out of the bottle. I think that's a very, very good one, because we do have the Nine of Cups, and he's just soothing that genie, that lamp, to come out. That's what you have. So no matter what surroundings that you have, realize that you are the star, and you've been given a divine gift, and it's okay to keep it bottled in and not share it. But I think the world would be a better place if you do share it. Keep conquering the world. Have a good one.